Acts 17:11. PJ, Acts 17:11.
These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so.
They search what? The scriptures daily. They search Genesis to Malachi daily. Did you see intentionality? These guys were studying daily. That's why it was easy to raise leaders and to open new places and raise the work of God all over the book of Acts. Because people were intentional. People were deliberate. People were sold out to spiritual growth, thereby becoming responsible, thereby becoming pastors. There was intentionality. They were not casual. They understood the mandate and they were sold out to the mandate. They gave themselves over to the mandate. And look at what was happening in the book of Acts. That's why it's called Acts, action of the apostles. Action. It's a book of action. And you can see their intentionality about action. Am I teaching here? Look at that Acts 17 verse 2. Acts 17:2.
And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them, and 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures.
3 Sabbath days. There's no casual approach to this thing. Reason with them out of the... Is it not under Brother Paul's teaching that somebody died? He taught. The man got tired. He was no more writing notes. It's dangerous not to write notes. He was no more writing notes because he was tired. He was saturated. He could no more think. And Paul didn't even look at his side. At a point, he closed the book and decided to rest a bit. He will catch up with the notes on the Facebook of Brother Paul later. And because he was not writing, he was docile, it was easy to sleep. But very dangerous sleep. He fell down and died inside service. Paul said, let not your heart be troubled. Eutychus, comfort. Say, give him cheer. Where is his notebook? Where is his pen? Like we were saying before, the rude interruption of Eutychus. He continued till morning. They continued till morning. Intensity. They were deliberate. Am I communicating? There is no accidental spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, you must be deliberate and intentional about it. You must. There's no casuality. You've got to be deliberate. That's the way to grow. Oh yeah, that's the way to grow. Sometimes you will get so saturated with the teaching, you don't even know where to put it. After a while, you'll be stretched. You will build capacity to accommodate it. Your brain is like a muscle. It will stretch. It will stretch after a while. You're able to absorb it and absorb it well. It's called training. Say, I hear you. It's called training. Paul never taught from the book of Romans or 1 Corinthians. He never taught from those because when he was teaching, those books were not in existence. Where he taught from is Genesis to Malachi. So I will understand the meaning of words used by Jesus and words used by the apostles by going to where they taught them from. I will understand the meaning of words used by Jesus and by the apostles by going to where they taught them from. PJ, Mark 16:15 and 16. Mark 16:15 and 16.
And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Next verse.
He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned.
I told you to always think Bible. So now I want you to forget that you know the meaning of evangelist. Just like I told you on Sunday to forget that you know the meaning of pastor, right? So forget that you know evangelist. Now, there are traditional beliefs we have imbibed into biblical meanings that are not the original meaning of those biblical words. For example, when we say apostle, prophet, evangelist, pastor, teacher, today those terms look glamorous. Oh, he's an evangelist. Oh, he's an apostle. Apostle. Oh, that man is a prophet. Who's a prophet? But when those words were invented in the etymology of words, they were not glamorous words. Apostle is errand boy. Errand boy. That's the meaning of apostle, apostolos. Sent, one that is sent, like a messenger. A sent one, errand boy. That's not glamorous, right? Huh? Some people have tried to use the word ambassador for apostle. He's ambassadorial apostle. You lie. There's nothing like that. Nothing like that. It's a distinguished, esteemed apostle. Nothing like that. A ram boy. The word prophet is a spokesman. He is saying, they said. Evangelist is a town crier. Those people that use megaphone. Ba, ba, ba. Hello, hello. People of Etimekbo. Announcement from the paramount ruler. Town crier. Shepherd. Yeah, you say headsman. I wouldn't I say you should never use that word? A pastor is a headsman. He's a headsman. Don't use it in this church, but know it. So usually we have those words in our minds. Now, we mentioned the use of codified language. How many of you still remember codified language? Where the New Testament employed a word that summarizes many events in the Old Testament. For example, when you say the word ecclesia in the Greek, ecclesia is an Exodus word. An Exodus word. So to be able to understand ecclesia, you've got to go to Exodus. Look at Luke 9:31, PJ. Luke chapter 9, verse 31.
Who appeared in glory and spake of his decease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem.
The word decease there is the word Exodus. When Moses and Elijah appeared on the Mount of Transfiguration, they were discussing Jesus' Exodus. They were discussing Jesus' Exodus, which means Jesus will go like Moses into exile, which is Egypt. Sin, death, and the world. Then the grave. Then he will lead many out of the grave in an exodus. He led captivity captive. He came out of the grave with many in an exodus. Because the church is an exodus language. So Jesus told Simon Peter, upon this rock I will build my church. So when I hear I will build my church, my mind should go to Exodus. Because the Exodus is that event that birthed the church. The Exodus is the event that birthed the church, or the event that birthed the nation of Israel, or the event that gave birth to the congregation. The church, the nation of Israel, or the congregation. So which means the word church has its historical meaning. The word church has its historical meaning. It's not a today verbiage. It has its historical meaning. You cannot give it a 21st century meaning. It's like people say online church. Where did you get that from? It's not part of the history of the etymology of the word church. Because when the word church was formed, online was not even in the dream. Was far from it.